Boom. Boom, boom, boom. For those of you who watch it later, my apologies. Just give me a second while I pull everything up and tweet it and everything, get the link out. For all those who look down on me, I'm tearing down your balcony. All right. Got the tweet out. Why is my computer running so hot like that now? I'm going to be what I set out to be without a doubt, undoubtedly. All right. Give people some time to get here. You know. All right. We good? When I see the first comment, I'll start. Now I gotta spit a cherry pit out on camera. Hey, look over there. All right. Oh, you already know what it is, Dean. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Knicks fans here, there, and abound. Welcome to Postgame Prosperity with I Hate Sean. This is Postgame Prosperity. I'm I Hate Sean, and the Knicks got a very, very nice W tonight. It's really nice to be back in the W column. It's a game we were 100% supposed to win. I said in pregame that I would actually be frustrated if it wasn't a blowout. And it was a blowout. We got to see a garbage time victory. You know, we got great production out of guys, and we took care of what we were supposed to take care of. It's a great feeling. There's so much to be happy about tonight, and we saw ways that this team can be even better. On a very bleak and unfortunate note, Mitchell Robinson suffered a fractured right hand because as Knicks fans, we can't just ever be fully happy about things. Mitch suffered a fractured right hand after playing what was one of the best halves I've seen him play, like, ever. And that's no knock on the rest of his halves, but he was just dominating the whole game. And I mean, and the halftime show, we talked a lot about, you know, his dominant presence and how good he was, how good he is, and what he is for us. And, you know, game gets back out after the first half, and it's like he's not out there. So that's upsetting. But let's, you know, talk about the positives. Let's see what you guys had to say. I normally fall behind the comments because I talk a whole lot. All right, so Dean gets us started early. All right, so let me hold on before I go there. Julius Randle, once again, I really hope that you guys are all doing your due diligence and your, you know, civic duty as Knicks fans and making sure we vote for Julius Randle every single day. Because he's doing it every night. Like, at a point I looked up and it was like he had 17 and 15, and I was paying a lot of attention and didn't even notice. And, you know, he had 24 points, 18 boards, 4 assists on 15 shots. I mean, he's just phenomenal, and he does that for us all the time. Nice to see him after, you know, rough shooting night the other night, bounce back with a huge performance. It was great to see. I knew he'd have a big night because the Wizards' defense is terrible, and their interior really isn't shit. So I expected that, but even the activity on the glass tonight, it was just great. So shout out to Julius Randle. All right, let's get right to it. Dean got to start early. If you can't, all caps, if you can't see the difference when IQ and Rose are out there compared to Elf, I cannot help you. It looks like a totally different sport. It's beautiful. That is so well said. And right after Christian said, "Hey, Sean, did you notice when our lead grew?" And those comments go hand in hand because this team is clearly so much better with Elfrid Payton off the floor. And honestly, I promise you, it's post-game prosperity. It's not like Elfrid had the worst game in the world, even though any possession, I truly believe that may be the worst possession in the NBA, and I don't even find that to be a hyperbolic statement. But like I said, it's not a bash Elfrid thing. It's simply the Knicks need to be the best team they can be for as many minutes as possible every single night. It's night and day, bro. We looked like we were about to play with the Wizards. Like, it looked like a game that was going to be a game that we had to deal with where it's like, I was literally like, yo, why is this game so close? We looked on par with the Wizards at points when Elfrid was out there. And you see the difference when Derrick Rose and IQ check in. Derrick Rose, shout out to Derrick Rose. Man, he's nice. I mean, like, it's just beautiful. Like, he draws a lot of defensive attention. He gets out in transition. He gets us extra opportunities. He tries to find guys. When he takes a mid-range jumper, it's a good shot. And because of that, like, that action he had with Taj Gibson setting him those screens, I mean, he, beat his man, pulled up for the mid-range jumper, right? So the next time, they're pretty much doubling as he, I think he rejected the screen. I think he rejected the screen both times. So he rejected the screen, and now they're pretty much doubling. They both have to step up to him. They can't sag off because he can hit that mid-range jumper, and he can also blow by you. So the big man's got to step and pay a lot of attention and kind of come out of the paint to help on that. And then it becomes a very easy opportunity for Taj Gibson. Having a point guard that can create opportunities for others because he commands a lot of attention from the defense is very important. And it's something that we don't see from the other guy because, quite frankly, not even in terms of opinions or how you feel, defenses do not have to do that. He's not a threat there. So then, after he rejects the screen, pulls up for the jumper. Then he rejects the screen, dumps it off to Taj. Taj gets the end. No, he just dunked it. Then after that, because the last time he played the screen, the defender tried to jump it, and he hit him with a crossover and then pulled up for the mid-range jumper and had him stumbling. And it looked really easy. It looked really easy. It looked like he had options, like the defense was at his mercy because he was making the defense do what he wanted the defense to do and taking what they gave him based on that reaction. That's a huge deal. That's a huge difference. We were a much better team with him on the floor. It was very clear. IQ was 16 points, and it wasn't even really a good shooting night for him. He had a lot of opportunities that he could have gotten, but still, he spaces the floor. There was a transition opportunity where Derrick Rose came down. It was beautiful. Obi filled the lane perfectly. He had his eye on Obi. The defense followed Obi as he filled the lane. Simple math. Okay, they took one. Here's number two. Swings it to IQ on the wing. Knocked down three in transition. That's how basketball is supposed to look. We're supposed to see plays like that often. And that's why I just want to have those guys on the floor as much as possible. Derrick Rose, he got 20 minutes tonight, 14 points, 6 assists. 7 for 11 from the field, 4 steals. He was good defensively, too. They keep acting like the other guy's a defensive savant. I think the defense and offense both improved when number 6 went to the bench. And once again, that's not a bash number 6 thing, but it's just clear, bro. We're a better team with Derrick Rose and IQ on the floor. And I really hope that it means we don't have to see up for much longer because I just want to see us be the best team we can be for as many minutes as we can be that team every single night. It's huge. It's huge. I don't understand what there is to even, there's no way you can watch the game and oppose that point of view. I just don't understand. Prayers for Mitch. Facts. Prayers for Mitch, man. Hopefully, they said he's going to be reevaluated tomorrow. Hopefully he's not out for too long. That would really break my heart. Second unit bailed us out in the third, yet we continue running the starting unit to start the second half for 8 to 9 minutes or even full quarters. Why? Great question. Even if you don't change the starting lineup, you can start getting bench guys in there about 6 minutes into the quarter, 5 minutes into the quarter, hell, even 4 minutes into the quarter. It shouldn't take the entirety of the quarter damn near to get the guys on the court who you're better with. That starting lineup is truly our worst lineup, and now that Derrick Rose is here, our bench is even better. So the starting lineup is even further down the list of worst lineups on the roster. Like, it was in last place, and it somehow moved down. I don't even know how, but it happened. I just wish we had to stop seeing on the floor so much. It shouldn't be the starting lineup. It shouldn't spend many minutes on the floor together at all, yet it spends so much time on the floor together. That lineup spends the most time on the floor together out of all of our lineups. It's really frustrating, but hey, we got a win tonight. We got a very good win, and I think we can win like this more often if we play the right lineups. So hopefully, it's getting abundantly clear, bro. I don't know, and that's this is Postgame Prosperity. I'm very happy with the win, but I'm just frustrated because I'm tired of seeing it be so clear and nothing happened. For every game that we win like this, there's a game that we lost or will lose in the future that we shouldn't have to because of a bad rotation. So I really hope that gets fixed, but I'm really happy with this win. Thank you so much, Derrick Rose, for playing like you did, and I truly believe that's an amazing trade, bro. Everyone who had bad things to say about that trade, eat your words. Be humble about it. It's a great trade. It's an amazing deal, and I'm very happy that Derrick Rose is here. Boom. Leo was on the same page. Loving the D Rose trade so far. Get he who damn it, the comments just be moving. Loving the D-Rose trade so far. Get he who must not be named out of here and just run the floor. Rose and IQ and playmaking is beautiful. Exactly, bro. The playmaking is beautiful and the capacity for playmaking. You know, beyond just the playmaking, beyond just the plays that are made, the capacity for playmaking, the plays that can be made. Even the three that IQ hit in the corner. Julius had his man one-on-one on an island at the free throw line. He doesn't really get many island opportunities at the free throw line in the heart of the defense when that other guy's on the floor. But when you have real guards who are a threat to play make and actually score, and when you kick it out to them, it's not stopping the ball or resetting, it's actual basketball, it creates more of a threat. So Julius has his man on the island. He beats him. The help steps in because that's what the help is supposed to do, especially when he's on an island like that. The help steps in. Julius does the right thing, kicks it out to the corner. IQ knocks down a three. That's basketball. That's how it's supposed to go. That's what we should try to have that on the floor as much as possible. Have the best lineups on the floor for as many minutes as possible every single night. It seems like a simple concept. I don't know what there is to not get, and I hope that we really start to see that soon because it's getting very, very loud. And Derrick Rose here makes it even louder. So, you know, and I assume that's what the plan was. I really hope. If I have to keep watching Alfred start and play so many minutes while he's the third best point guard on the team, maybe, then I'm going to be sick because it's very clear Derrick Rose and IQ look great out there. Honestly, Derrick Rose, IQ, RJ, Julius, Mitch. Why not? Why not? And if Derrick Rose has a minutes limitation, because I realized that when that bench line was in there and he was killing, they took him out and left everybody else in at the point. I don't know if it's just because you don't need him out there at this point. We're up by 20. I get that. You know, Tibbs may have learned from having him in games where he doesn't need to be in. Or because they keep him to a minutes restriction. I'm not sure. If he's on a minutes restriction, then start IQ, have Derrick come off the bench, whatever, or whatever it is. But those two should be playing. There's no need or room for Elfrid Payton at this point. We can stop wasting possessions by running the offense through him. It's sickening. Beautiful, man. Beautiful game from RJ. Beautiful game from Derrick Rose. Beautiful game. Hey, Obi Toppin, bro. Obi Toppin. It was great, and that's another thing about Derrick Rose. Looking for Obi, finding Obi. He looks more confident out there just because he's getting a couple looks. Even toward the end of the game, he got it and went coast to coast and finished. I was like, oh, okay, you can do this. Cool. The defensive possession. I mean, I think it was Bertans. No, it was Denny. He took Denny, picked him up at half court. When he came down, moved his feet, beat him to the spot, blocked the shot. Great defensive possession. I was very proud of him for that. I really love what we saw from Obi tonight, and I look forward to continuing to see more of those things from him with each passing game, and especially with him getting minutes of Derrick Rose. He just seems like he's really, you know, he's making it a point to find guys. Almost too much sometimes. He had that steal, which is a great play, and he got out, and he could have easily finished in transition, but he looked back for Randall because he's really just trying to find guys. So, you know, that it was a turnover because Randall wasn't ready for it because Rose really should have just gone up with it. But, I mean, those are the kind of mistakes I live with, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It was great. It was really nice to see. Even his drives, even the drives that didn't. He was 7 for 11, but I think, you know, the 4 misses. I think he missed the 3. I know he missed 2 layups. One was like the one where he clutched it down here and tried to finish up top. And Mitch got it and finished. And then he missed the reverse layup where he got baseline, got it up, and then Julius was there for the easy follow because of the amount of defensive attention he drew. So it's just like, even like I said it at halftime, and I know it doesn't fully make sense, but I even like his misses because of the amount of defensive attention he's drawing as he attacks the basket. It leaves very, very, very easy rebound opportunities and follow opportunities for the bigs. It's almost like an assist in a way. Like, he draws so much attention that the basket is clear. And just get it up there and have a guy go get it and finish. So that's a beautiful thing, man. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Shout out D-Rose. Shout out Julius. Needed that blowout. That's facts. Shout out D-Rose. Shout out Julius. They both had excellent games. We definitely needed that blowout. Said it before the game. Wouldn't have been satisfied with the 5-point win. Had to blow this team out. It had to blow this team out. Did anyone think Derrick Rose would look this good? Yo, Dean, I'm not going to lie. Like, I thought he would be good. I mean, he was putting up 14 points a game in like 22 minutes in Detroit. He looked pretty good last year. His jumper improved, and he's Derrick Rose, and he's back with Tibbs. So I knew he would look good, but this good, I didn't even think this good. I knew he would be, you know, I at no point did I think he wouldn't be good for us, but he's exceeded my expectations, honestly. He's been so good, man. Both ends of the floor, creating for guys. The energy, the pace, just the way that the game feels when he's in the game is crazy. And like I said, we were last in pace. And he's always looking to push. He's always creating extra opportunities. And it's a beautiful thing, bro. I'm so thankful. So thankful. Boom, boom, boom. Mitch got hurt. Pain. Also, RJ not getting calls is sickening. Very sickening. Yeah, Mitch getting hurt is a lot of pain. I'm very sad about that. Very upsetting. Hopefully with Mitch being out, it's not solely replaced by Taj Gibson and Nerlens Noel. Nerlens had a pretty good game tonight. Taj gives us serviceable minutes when he's out there, so I'm not tripping. This isn't anti-Taj or anti-Nerlens. But, now that Mitch is, we're going to be out without Mitch for a little bit, that's about 30 minutes, at the big. It's the 5, but it's a big position. That's about 30 minutes. I'd like to see Obi get at least, 5 to 10 of those extra minutes. I'd like to see, let's try the whole Julius Obi thing. Let's see what happens. Obi's looking more comfortable. Let's get him out there, and have him out there. I think that would be a really cool lineup. I'm not sure how it would go defensively. I don't think it would be horrible. I don't think it's unplayable. And if it is, then it is, and you move on from it. But I just like to see what happens. I think that would space the floor really well. I think that Julius and Obi could operate well in high-low as well. So I definitely would love to see that. I think that it would, we'd almost be able to go 5 out as long as it's not Elfrid on the floor, which is crazy. It's crazy that if you have 5 people in the game, the point guard is the one who would stop you from going 5 out. That's insane. But yeah, so I'd love to see Obi get some of those minutes now that, we're going to need Mitch replacement minutes. Like to see what Julius and Obi can do together in the front court, see what happens, just for him to be able to get more comfortable. Because like I said, he was playing well today, and he comes out, and I'm not mad when he comes out because Julius is coming in. Julius has to come back in the game. Julius is a dog tonight. Julius is a dog every night. Julius is an all-star. So I get that. But he can get some time next to Julius. Especially, Julius is going to get, 30, 34, 35. Julius is leading or second in NBA minutes. So he's going to get his minutes. But I just think that you can create opportunities for Obi around that. So I hope that we start to see that. I hope that's an adjustment that comes from Mitch being out. That's what I would like to see. Yes, and RJ not getting calls is sickening, bro. You're right. You're right about that, Jamal. I'm sick of it. It's hurting him getting to the basket. I also think that not putting him back in the Heat game, playing with his minutes, things like that. Basketball is way more psychological than people give it credit for. And I think that a lot of times because people haven't played basketball. Now I wasn't in the NBA or anything, but it's very mental. It's very psychological, and that doesn't make excuses. RJ's got to play better. He's got to finish when he gets to the basket, all those things. But you disrupt a guy's rhythm when certain things happen, and that's what was so, that's what angered me so much about the way he was being treated, because I know how that works. I know how that goes. So I hope that he's able to, establish rhythm. It was cool, though, because people were saying ththings bro, somebody was in the Knicks I mentioned saying, oh, RJ is awful, god awful. And I was like, bro, are you serious? Stop waiting for, this is maybe, he was just on a tear up until, last week. And so it's people got quiet when he was on the tear. And it's crazy to be a Knicks fan and be that way, bro. That's insane. I expect that from other people. And honestly, even other people aren't really doing it. But it's to be a Knicks fan and be talking trash about him, and then he goes on a tear. And it's not a 3-game tear or 4-game tear. RJ was on a tear for a month. So it's just to watch that guy be on a tear for a month and say nothing, and then watch him have a bad game and say, oh, he's awful. You're stupid. And then he, when I said, but I was nice. I said, keep your bad opinions to yourself. And then he put the emoji, the embarrassed one. I don't know. And I was just it's okay to say he's having an awful game. You can say he's having an awful night. It's a rough night, whatever it is. But to just say that he's awful after everything he's been for us this year, it's kind of crazy. And he was like, oh, the Knicks are good because of defense and Julius, nothing that RJ has done. And I was like, oh, okay, you don't know basketball. It's cool. I can stop the conversation. Then he resorted to name calling and all kind of stuff and saying, oh, blah, blah, blah. But it's just bro, the guy's averaging 17 points a game, 6 boards, getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line, improving from the free throw line, defending, doing a great job defensively and taking really tough defensive assignments. I just don't understand how you can fix your thumbs to tweet certain things and actually believe them with conviction, to believe in it so strongly that you can call people names behind it. I think that's wild, bro. So please, respect RJ, bro. Stop playing with RJ. Don't play with RJ in my watch or in my mentions, because it won't go well. I don't tolerate RJ slander. and no one in the fan base should. Protect RJ at all costs. It's okay. It's not. I'm not saying we have to pretend he's doing great when he's not. But like, don't make ridiculous blanket overreaction statements. You know, and then as soon as he said that, RJ made the kick out to Reggie for the 3. Then he pulled up for the mid-range jumper. Then he got to the basket. You know, it's just like, I love RJ, bro. I really do. And you can't wait to react to bad games to be able to say, to push your agenda. That's wild. And it'd be those same people defending Elfrid Payton. I just don't understand. I'm so far behind in the comments, bro. I'm so sorry. All right, boom, Facts Dean. You mentioned on TKW pod, Knicks been lucky with health, lasted a whole day. Hopefully Mitch is back soon. Yo, Dean, you're right. That might be on me because I really did say we've been blessed with health, COVID, injuries, all that stuff. Like, ever since we got Alec Burks and everybody back, like, we've been good. Obi, IQ got hurt early. Alec Burks got hurt early. Ever since they got back, we've been in pretty good shape. And then Mitch is having the best half of one of the best halves of his career and dominating the entire game. Dominating the paint, dominating the paint. Like, he was dominating. And then, you know, fractured his right hand on the play. We didn't even see it at the time, really. So that's really unfortunate. And when you put it that way, it does definitely sound like I jinxed us. I don't want to take that responsibility, but if it's thrown onto me, I can't necessarily deny it because, like, it does line up linear-wise, at least. Damn it, man. Beautiful win. Beautiful. Facts, Alex. Beautiful win. Excellent. Great to win like that. Love blowing out the teams we're supposed to blow out. Love being able to get some garbage time minutes in for guys to be able to get off the floor and stay off the floor and get ready for the next game. It's a beautiful thing. I love to see it. Message retracted. I wonder what was said. I was scared about the Rose trade at first, but after seeing the details and seeing him ball, I'm so excited to have him. Fully agree, Christian. Like, I wasn't scared at first, but I'm glad, you know, like, I feel like people reacted before. Like, I don't like to react to things before I see it. You know, especially things like, had we traded like 3 first-round picks or something for Derrick Rose, I'd have been pissed. But trading a second-round pick, like, it was, and, you know, a guy who we weren't playing, who a lot of people were talking down on anyway, it's like, you know, people just wanted to be upset. I didn't understand that. I can't relate to that. Yeah, but seeing the product on the floor is beautiful. He's been such a great influence, and he's, like, influence on and off the floor, like, in terms of just, like, looking out for guys and also just creating space, pushing the pace. I mean, everything you want to see. It's beautiful, bro. I'm so happy with the early returns of Derrick Rose. Boom, boom. Thank God we signed Taj. Honestly, yes, great pickup. Great pickup. He comes in, he does his job, very serviceable. Mitch getting hurt now. If we had to only have Nerlens out there, it would be kind of tough. So definitely really good that we got Taj. I trust Taj. I don't expect a lot from Taj. Like, I don't think Taj is going to come out and give us, like, you know, 18 points and 14 rebounds with 6 blocks. Like, that's not what I'm expecting from him. But I trust him to do his job. I trust him to be in the right places. I trust him to, you know, defend the paint to the best of his ability, box out, crash the boards, you know, finish what's given to him around the basket when shots are created for him. So, I mean, I don't mind it. I'm glad we signed Taj. I'd honestly, low-key, rather see him start than Nerlens. If, you know, but that's probably, I don't know. That might, it doesn't necessarily matter. But I feel like Nerlens, especially if Elfrid's on the floor still, if Elfrid's still starting, if that starting lineup is still, if it's still the same starting lineup and just replacing Mitch, I'd rather replace him with Taj. That lineup is going to be so bad if Noel is added to it, just because that's a lot of offensive limitation. Like I said, Taj can hit the little mid-range jumper. He's shown he can step out to 3 if he needs to. He finishes with little hook shots, whatever. Like, he's nothing spectacular, but he's going to finish around the basket. He's going to catch the ball. I think that if we have Nerlens in addition to that starting lineup we already have, it's going to be putrid. I did what Sean said, and for a little stretch, just watched Elf and the entire defense just slowly pushes themselves away from him because he is a zero threat. Julius kick out to IQ, hard eyes. So well said, Dean. I'm telling you, if you just watch Alfred, you understand why we can't stand having him on the court. It's crazy. The defense really does not worry about him because he's not a threat. Like I said, that play where Julius was on an island in the middle of the defense, in the heart of the defense, Julius was one-on-one with plenty of space. He made a decision, made a move, drove. The defense came to help. He kicked it out, knocked down. IQ. That's what happens when you have guys on the floor who belong on the floor. It's crazy. You can't have guards that can't shoot in 2021. It's unacceptable. Unless you're Ben Simmons, you better be able to hit a jumper. Shit, they're even pissed off with Ben Simmons for not shooting. And he's amazing. He's like the best defensive player in the league, one of the top passers in the NBA, gets to the rack, finds guys that have a jumper. And if you don't, please get the hell off the court. Rose's vision is incredible. He looks to get guys involved. A true point guard. A true point guard, bro, because he doesn't just find the guys who are already open. He looks to get guys good looks. Like, he looks to create for guys. He looks to put guys in good situations. He draws defensive attention. He knows, like, you know, where to pressure the defense at to get the reaction that he wants, to make the play he wants to make. It's a beautiful thing just watching the guy play point guard correctly and be a threat at the same time. It's amazing. Excuse me. To be a threat at the same time. It's just a beautiful thing. As opposed to having a guy who's not a scoring threat and doesn't necessarily look for his teammates either. I mean, the amount of 0 assists, like, you know, we've had a few 0 assist Elfrid Payton games. And we've had a few games where he gets 30 minutes and has 3 assists, whatever it is. Derrick Rose was looking for guys. Some guys missed some of his opportunities, whatever, but 6 assists in 20 minutes. It was very simple. He was looking for guys. He was finding guys. He was making shit happen. Like, it's beautiful, bro. That's how basketball is supposed to be played. Great W. Glad they got back into the groove for the big win. Hope Robinson has a successful and good recovery. Well said, Alexander. I mean, like, or probably Alex. You probably want to go by Alex. I apologize. I don't know. I'm sorry. Well said, though. Great win. Really appreciated the win. Great feeling tonight. Yes, very good to get back into the groove of things. Hopefully we carry this momentum to the Houston game. But it's a beautiful thing. I'm very happy about it. And really do hope Mitch has a successful and speedy recovery. And when they reevaluate him tomorrow, hopefully it's no more than like 1 to 2 weeks. That's probably wishful thinking. I don't know. But, you know, hopefully it's not too long. We get him back and he's able to pick up where he left off. Boom, 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 boom. Damn it, the comments just be moving themselves, man. All right, Rose is ridiculously nice, bro. Smooth as hell. Finding Obi so nice. Yeah, like, he's playing at his own pace. Even when he's pushing, he's not rushing. And then in the half court, he's still at his own pace, still creating what he wants, still reading the defense and, you know, creating the opportunities he wants to create. It's a beautiful thing, bro. He's just in control. Like, it's in control, and he's a threat. Like, it's just, and being a threat makes it easier to be in control. When the defense has to worry about what you might do, it's easier to make things happen for other people. Like, it's simple math, simple basketball, man. Boom. Tibbs just said he'll probably play Julius and Obi at the 5. Let's go. That's awesome to hear. Salute, Jamal. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. I was hoping that we'd be able to see them play at the 5 a little bit and play together a little bit. I think it could really open the floor up and, you know, make us even more potent offensively. I would really appreciate that. Hopefully that happens with a lineup that has, you know, Derrick Rose in it, or Derrick Rose and IQ, so that it's maximized. But I would love to see that, man. Like, I would really, really love to see that. Like, Derrick Rose picking and rolling and popping with Julius and Obi, or picking and rolling and popping with Randall and Toppin. As fans, it sucks not being able to enjoy our starters. It's terrible, bro. It's terrible hating the starting lineup. It's really bad. It's terrible when the starting lineup is the worst lineup on your team, and, like, you have to, and they play together for the whole, like, 9 to 10 minutes when the quarter starts. So you got to, like, wait 10 minutes to see a lineup you like. That's unfortunate. And I really hope that this is the last game of that starting lineup. I highly doubt it. It's like, I really don't know what it's going to take. First, IQ is dropping 30 bombs. You know, just showing that he's way better on the floor. The team is way better with him. Now Derrick Rose, who is like Tibbs' you know, teacher's pet, coach's pet, you know, they end up in the same places all the time. They, you know, have a great rapport together. He's here. He's making us look great. And like I said, I know it doesn't happen overnight as far as Rose is concerned. He's not going to get here and then have the starting job right away and ever be reduced to 0 minutes. But, like, it really shouldn't take long. I personally have seen enough. I've seen enough to say that Elfrid Payton doesn't need to be on the floor anymore. Definitely not in the starting lineup. But who knows what it'll take. I won't get my hopes up, but it would be nice if this was the last time we saw that starting lineup, because it is truly abysmal. Let's see. Obi's so used to not getting the ball passed to him when he cuts that Rose was telling him keep his head up. Love to see it. Yeah, because that look from Rose, it was a good look. I don't know if it was a perfect, you know, it was like a risky look, but I feel like had Obi been expecting it, it could have ended up being a really nice play. So yeah, just telling him to keep his head up, telling him to be looking for that, you know, letting guys know that you're always looking for them. Like, hey, bro, I see you. Like, trust me, I'm looking for you. I'm trying to find you. Like, always be paying attention. Be ready for the ball no matter what. That's great. Because he really is looking for him. He really is going to find him. And he's really trying to set him up. That's a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing. I think Julius loves playing with IQ. He had a nice possession. He drew the double, kicked to the corner, and for once it wasn't Elf. It was IQ, and he was hype. Exactly, bro. I think basketball is easier for Julius. I know Julius loves playing with IQ. I know it. Julius and Elfrid played together in New Orleans, and I mean they're teammates. So a guy's not just gonna come out and be like, "Yo, I don't want to play with this guy." But like, life is so much easier for Julius. Like, watch Julius Randle possessions with Elf on the floor and watch them with Elf off the floor. Life is so much easier for him when Elfrid is out of the game, bro, because the team has to honor the guards on the floor and they can't help as early, as often, or as hard. So it creates opportunities for him. And then when they do help, he's able to get assists and actually like make the right read as he wants to do. I know Julius wants to make the right read. But honestly, if Elfrid's in the corner, the right read is probably not to pass it out there. It's a waste of time. But boom, imagine what the second unit can do when we find an open Burks from three, so much potential. Imagine what the second unit can do when we find an open Burks from three. I feel like I'm not reading that properly. But I mean, in terms of Burks hitting, like if Burks starts hitting with that lineup too, oh man, it's dangerous, bro. It's so dangerous. I need Derrick Rose and IQ on the floor as much as possible. Truly. As much as possible for as many minutes as possible, together as much as possible, whatever works. Just get those guys on the floor, please. Thank God Tibbs was smart to put Rivers on the bench. Yeah, shout out to Tibbs for making that move. Hopefully he's smart to do the same with Elfrid next. Can we talk about how RJ is usually the last starter to come back in when he should probably be the second player after Julius? Thank you. Unless it's Mitch, whatever. But it's like, yeah, RJ should not be the last starter to come back in all the time. He gets so little respect in that lineup. It's crazy. I don't understand. I definitely agree with you, though. He should not have to wait that long to come back in. He definitely has to wait too long to come back in all the time. In the second quarter, it took forever to get him back in the game. Like, it's annoying. Do you think we can survive this stretch without Mitch, with just Noel and Taj at the 5, or start going with some new rotations to get Randall or Obi some minutes at the 5? I think that especially without Mitch, I think that the way to be the best team that we can be is to get Randall or Obi some minutes at the 5, not solely, like not still play Taj and Noel, but I think we should definitely see lineups with Randall and Mitch, or Randall and Obi, or Randall or Obi, playing the 5. I think it opens the floor up. I think it makes us more potent offensively. So I definitely think we can survive one way or another, especially because our schedule is pretty friendly. And I think that between Taj and Nerlens, I feel like they'll do a solid job of filling in to bring what Mitch brings us. They won't do it to the extent that he does it, but Nerlens does a great job blocking shots, things like that. Taj protects he rebounds pretty well. He's active around the basket. He can finish around the basket, so you get that out of him. So between the two of them, you almost get kind of what Mitch brings you. And I do believe that we should pepper in some Obi and Randall at the 5. I think it has to be a little bit of both for it to be the most successful that it can be. Dying for some IQ, Rose, and RJ minutes. Christian, you and I both, bro. I feel like life would be a lot easier for RJ. The floor would be better spaced, and like Rose would be looking for him. Like, I would love to see him with that lineup. I'd love to see him away from Elfrid Payton as much as possible. I can't wait till we start getting Rose, IQ, and RJ minutes. I really can't. I'm very excited for it. I hope it happens soon, and I hope it happens often. Can we take a moment to appreciate Julius? Also, we need to be patient with RJ. He still makes an impact even when he's not making shots. Evan, you are spitting. Thank you. Matter of fact, we will take a moment to appreciate Julius. And I think, Julius does it every night, and I keep saying that. Julius does it every night, 100%. It's huge. I never want to take it for granted. Vote for Julius Randle to be an all-star every single day because he does it every single night. But we're going to have co-players of the game again today because the game was just so different when Derrick Rose was on the floor, bro. So tonight's post-game prosperity, pinky up players of the game, co-players of the game, Derrick Rose and Julius Randle. Julius with 24 points, 18 boards, 4 assists, 8 of 15 from the field, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. I think he was 2 of 3 from 3. I mean, come on, man. All-star numbers. That's an amazing performance. I don't care who you're playing against. That is amazing. Derrick Rose, 14 and 6, 7 for 11, 4 steals, 20 minutes, and just the way that the game swung when he was on the floor, it's huge. Like, the impact he has is huge. He was plus 18 tonight, highest on the team. Nope, wait, my bad. Alec Burks was plus 21. That's the highest on the team. But yeah, Derrick Rose plus 18, IQ was plus 16. We were just better with them on the floor, bro. And no plus minus isn't the only stat that matters, but like it paints a picture at times. So once again, IQ and Julius, post-game prosperity, pinky up players of the game. I'll drink to that. Essentia. Never let your pinky touch a bottle of Essentia. It's disrespectful. Hashtag they will send water. Hopefully soon. Let's see. A starting lineup of Elf, Reggie, RJ, Randall, and Noel with Mitch out is actually probably the worst possible lineup ever. Dean, I fully agree. That lineup is horrible, atrocious, putrid, abysmal, any other words that mean bad, because the lineup is already bad, and having Noel out there makes it worse because he can't catch, and it makes it even worse offensively. And Julius is going to be facing triple teams, and the lane is going to be very clogged for RJ, and then people are going to blame him and say he sucks. And I don't want to see that. So hopefully the starting lineup has drastic changes. Hopefully Mitch being gone forces them to, you know, really open the offense up more and get Alfred out of there. And I don't know, bro. And another night of like really not getting much from Reggie. 2 for 7 from the field. He only had 18 minutes, but 2 for 7 from the field. Yeah, 2 for 7 from the field. So, you know, that's our starting backcourt, though. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. So, Alfred managed to get 2 assists in his 23 minutes, and Derrick Rose had 6 in his 20. That's quite telling. It's not, you know, it doesn't tell the whole story, but it's quite telling. That lineup can't have full quarter stretches. If that lineup has full quarter stretches, I will gouge my eyes out. I don't want to see it at all. Bullock is trash. He needs to be gone. I think he's overrated with his defense. I agree that his defense is very overrated. Not that he's not a good defender, but he's just not like a superb defender. It doesn't really justify him really never giving us anything outside of that game where he went nuts the other day and had 7 threes. Well, 6 threes in the first half and 1 in the second half. You know, that's the best Reggie you're going to get, and you might get him like once every 2 months. I'm good. We can sit him down. We can sit him down for sure. I agree. I've been saying that since like the first week of the season, though. Honestly, people thought I was crazy at first, but everybody's starting to see the light. Boom, 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 boom. Christian agrees with Dean, as do I, on that lineup being terrible and not seeing full quarter stretches because it would suck and be terrible and hurt. Obi needs more minutes. I think him and Randall can play together, especially now that Mitch is going to be out for a while. Well said, Eric. I believe so as well. I think he needs more minutes. I think him and Randall should be able to play together. Like I said, I understand that, you know, he has to come out because Randall plays a lot of minutes and Randall is the guy. So I don't really trip about him coming out, but I think that they could play together and that would allow him to be able to get more minutes and be in some pretty good situations on the floor with better guys, you know. And so it's just like, you know, that would be really nice. I'd like to see what happens there. I'd like to see what it does for Obi, what it does for the offense in general. So I hope that we do see that, especially with Mitch out, like you said. Rose makes the whole team better. No exaggeration. No exaggeration. He really does make the whole team better. The pace improves. Guys look excited. He's finding guys. He's looking for guys. He's creating opportunities for guys. He's a threat himself, as I keep saying. He makes the entire team better. Like, everything goes. It looks like a different team. It is a tale of two teams when those starters check out and the bench guards come in, bro. It's a whole different ball game. Any fan who wants to ship RJ away with other... Damn it, the comments just be moving. Don't repeat the mistakes of the past by chasing big names. Excuse me. Leo, I agree with you to an extent. Personally, I don't want to trade RJ. I believe that RJ is 20 years old and already showing in year 2 that he, you know, can be a real problem going forward. He hasn't even fully fixed the jumper or anything yet, but the way he gets to the basket, the defense he plays, the way he rebounds, the way he makes impacts on the game even when he's not scoring, I think that RJ is huge. I think that he can be a great building block going forward, and I don't want to trade him. I really don't. But I wouldn't say that people who want to trade him for Beal are RJ haters necessarily. Now, I would say that RJ haters want to trade him for Beal, but, you know, it's almost like that thing where, like, every square is a rectangle, but every rectangle isn't a square. So it's like Bradley Beal is leading the NBA in scoring. So I understand wanting to acquire him. I think we'd be a really good team. You know, if we had like a lineup of Derrick Rose, you know, Bradley Beal, Alec Burks, I don't know, Randall, whatever it is. I don't know. Like, so yeah, I'm not mad at that. I could see where people who would want to trade RJ for Beal are coming from. I disagree though. But I won't call them automatically haters. You know, that's like, but like I said, we need to get behind RJ as a fan base and support him 100%. We drafted him third. You know, he's in his second year and he's showing a lot of promise. Other places, other franchises, bro, they will go to bat for if their second year player is showing up nightly and putting up good numbers and showing a lot of improvement. They are going to defend him and they're going to get behind him. They're going to love him. And that needs to be what happens here. Some people seem so eager to criticize RJ or like try to talk about his limitations and things like that. And it's weird. So stop that shit. Taj attempting that 3 up by 20 in the fourth quarter was hilariously disrespectful. Honestly, it was open. And he hit one the other day. So, I mean, I'm not mad at Taj's 3-point attempts, honestly. Aki was coming to get the ball back. But I'm not mad at his 3-point attempts. Even that attempt didn't look so bad. But yeah, I do get it though. Yeah, if I'm down by 20 and Taj Gibson takes a 3, I'm gonna be pissed. Top anyone minutes, can't call him a bust if he ain't getting minutes out there. I think that the bust talk should definitely have slowed down by now. We've seen flashes of what he can do in the time that he's gotten. So, you know, he'll be able to continue to grow. Derrick Rose is here now and he's looking for him. That helps a lot. So I'm very excited about what we're gonna get from Obi going forward. Since Mitchell is out, I need to see Taj Gibson hit corner threes. I like that idea. I really do like that. I think that Taj Gibson can give us corner threes, and when he is on the floor, that's why I said I would prefer him starting over Noel. I think that he could, like, you know, do more for our offense, especially if our starting lineup stays the same. Some fans are sniffing coke. Yeah, some fans are trash, bro. Like, some people are just trash. Like, some fans are just really bad fans. Like, it's crazy. Boom, boom, boom. That's facts. Agreed. I'm so glad we didn't trade for Westbrook. That's also a fact. Yo, this front office has done an amazing job, honestly. Like, I'm very pleased with pretty much everything this front office has done other than bringing Alfred back. I hate that. Don't understand it still to this day. Probably an agent favor or some shit. But hey, otherwise, like, decisions they made, the moves they've made, I trust them. I really do trust them. I believe in them, and I appreciate them fully. Wanted to hear your opinion on people talking trash about Rose because he said he wanted to play playoff basketball and then got traded to the Knicks. How do you react to those guys? Honestly, Christian, I don't. I've stopped. You know, because the reactions are what they want, and most people, anybody, especially this year, anybody reacting to that as if that's a ridiculous statement, either isn't watching the Knicks or isn't applying logic to what they're saying. They're just trying to get their jokes off. And honestly, if your statement doesn't apply logic, I don't even bother myself, like, concerning myself with it. I don't respond to those guys. We're definitely a team that can go to the playoffs. We're one of the top defenses in the NBA. We were in the 6th spot last week. With Derrick Rose here, we're clearly a better team. He knows Tibbs better than anyone, so he believes in him. Tibbs rarely misses the playoffs ever. So I thought that was really cool. And I definitely believe that, especially with Derrick Rose playing the way he is, this is a playoff team and can be a playoff team. So I appreciate him feeling that way and identifying that as well, and having the confidence in this organization and this team to be able to want to be here. That's really cool. I think sometimes we don't give guys credit for wanting to be here. Like, that's cool. There was a time when they would always say that nobody wanted to be here. So yeah, people are gonna have their Knicks jokes regardless. Like, the word Knicks in itself is a punchline for 87% of the population. So I don't react to that shit. I'm not too worried about the Rockets game, but Hawks after that might be tough containing Capella with Mitch out. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the Rockets game either. I mean, I don't know. Is Christian Wood playing? I gotta look. I haven't seen the Rockets play in like a week or two. I mean, Christian Wood, he got off to a really hot start. So Mitch would have made it easier to deal with him, and Boogie. I don't know if Boogie's healthy right now or how he's playing. I really haven't checked on the Rockets in a while. But yeah, I would like to have Mitch for that, but I'm not too worried either, especially with Oladipo out. We should be able to get that win. And that'll be nice to get 2 games in a row going. I really want to beat Atlanta, bro. I think Atlanta's food. I said it the first time we beat them. I was really happy. I think people praised them so much as a young team before the season started, and I don't think that they're really much better than us, if better than us at all. So I really want to win that game, but you're right. Not having Mitch makes it a bit tougher to contain Capella. Hopefully Nerlens and Taj are able to get the job done that night. And hopefully we do a great job defensively on everyone else and are able to, score. And hopefully by that game, we have lineups that make sense and we have a really good rotation going where we have the best offense, like the best possible offense on the floor at all times throughout the night. Boom. Big stretch here to get back to 500. This team looks like it's ready to make a run. This team definitely looks like it's ready to make a run. We're going to start getting loud if we pull out that Rockets win and get 2 straight. Going into the Hawks game, going for number 3, just trying to build some momentum. Guys look like they're believing and buying into what's going on. And, when you win and you see results, it makes it even better and more fun and more motivating to move forward and see even more. So I'm really looking forward to that. Very happy with what we gotten out of these guys so far. And yes, it is a big run. The schedule is favorable right now, so hopefully we can make it back to 500. This should be a 500 basketball team, so we need to get back to 500 basketball, which means we have to go on a run right now. Let's see. You've seen that play where Randall got the turnover because he was doubled and Elfrid was the only one he could pass to and he hesitated. Yes. That is what happens. Derrick Rose makes the game easier for everyone when he's out there, and Elfrid literally makes life harder for everybody involved in the Knicks uniform offensively. It's just terrible. I hope we stop having to deal with it. I really do. I don't want to kill him too much. We won. It's a great thing. Let's see. Your best skill might be deciphering everyone's comments because we're all pretty bad spellers in here. Salute to you. Nah, salute, Dane. I get it. We're typing fast. There's a lot of excitement. I probably would be misspelling shit right now too. And, context clues. But we're pretty much always on the same page, so I can understand what you guys are saying. You guys understand me. I talk pretty fast sometimes. You guys keep up. So, at least I can do is keep up with you guys in the comments. And once again, shout out to you guys for your involvement, for your engagement. For rocking with us during the games, for rocking with us for the articles, rocking with us listening to the podcast, being in the pregame, halftime, postgame shows. Like, you guys are amazing. You make this so much fun to do. I say that all the time, but I mean it every single time, and I still feel like I don't say it enough. So thank you guys so much on behalf of myself and everyone at the Knicks Wall, bro. We really appreciate you. Hawks got smoked today by the Spurs, and we handled them well last time. Hope we can do the same. Exactly, bro. The Hawks are food to me. I really want that. I want that win. It'll help us in the standings as the season goes on. I feel like the Hawks are one of those teams we'll be like jostling for position with when it comes down to it, and having the advantage record-wise or just in the head-to-head could also be a big deal. A win for us against them is like double the win. It gives us a win, it gives them a loss. It makes up a whole game in the column. So that GB column on the standings gets real big down the stretch, man. So every game counts. So you're not as many games back or whatever it is. It's a huge thing. We haven't been in a playoff race in a while, but they're very important. So that's a very big game. I got that one circled. I need us to get that dub right after we pick up this Houston dub. Really nice to be back to Postgame Prosperity, back to prosperous feelings. And I really hope we continue that, build some momentum going forward, and really take advantage of this. Facts, the way the East is, we can be top 6, maybe 5. Exactly, Christian. We can be top 6 for sure. And I believe, even 5. The East isn't shit. It really isn't. We can avoid the play-in. We truly can avoid the play-in, and that's what I want to do. The goal is the 6th seed because I don't want to be in the play-in because I'm telling you, bro, if we snag the 7 or 8 seed and we finally make it to the playoffs for the first time in 7 years, 8 years, and then we lose in the play-in, I'm going to be disgusted, bro. It's going to hurt so bad. I don't want to go through that. People say New Orleans and Memphis got much better players than the Knicks with the first 2 spots, but when all is said and done, RJ is going to be better than Ja and Zion. His stealing is crazy. That's a big statement to make. I would love that. I fully believe in RJ and support him. I'm not even going to compare him to Zion, and Zion is amazing. He had 23 points, 10 for 10 in the first half tonight. He's been shooting getting 25 points a game on 60% from the field. He's ridiculous. I'm not going to hold RJ to that standard. I feel like that's kind of what hurt Melo in his career. I feel like because Melo came out at the same time as LeBron, people always compared everything that Melo did to LeBron. And, just let greatness be greatness. Let LeBron be LeBron and judge Melo on the standard of Melo. So for RJ, I'm just judging RJ on the standard of RJ, bro. What does RJ bring to the New York Knicks? I'm not worrying about his relation to Zion and Ja Morant. It would be nice for him to end up the best player out of that draft. But as long as he ends up the best player he can be, I'm cool. See y'all tomorrow for pregame. On to the next. Thanks again. Thank you guys. Truly. See y'all tomorrow for pregame prayers. Can't wait. Very excited. Hopefully we can get 2 straight going. Word. Thanks, Sean, for all you do. Really enjoy being here. Thank you guys. So for real. Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, all of you, man. Every single one of you guys is greatly appreciated. It makes this so much fun. I look forward to this every time. Every time the Knicks have a game, the whole day today, I was just yes. I was hyped for pregame, halftime, postgame. This is so much fun. It feels like a dream come true, man, every time. So thank you guys so much. Once again, have an excellent night. The Knicks got a great win tonight, 109-91. As we said, the essential post-game, pinky up, the essential post game, pinky up, players of the game, co-players of the game, Julius Randle and Derrick Rose, excellent performances. Really looking forward to it. Hopefully the starting lineup changes. It probably won't. Hopefully we stop seeing it together for as many minutes as we've been seeing it. But you know, that's part of tomorrow's prayers. So catch you guys tomorrow. Have an excellent night. Enjoy your Friday night. I mean, it's 10:30. It's kind of early. It's an early game, so be safe. Catch you guys tomorrow. All right.